You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, if you've actually been following us on Newsbreak this week, I've actually been putting up videos there since Sunday on all of these fights going on at NFL stadiums. I've actually done a total of 4 now. There was actually one right out here in Houston where there was about, 7 Texans fans fighting each other. I did one on the Cowboys and the Jets because that had a lot of blood. Jets and Cowboys fans were just throwing haymakers and there was blood everywhere. And then at the Cincinnati Bengals game, the police actually arrested a guy. And while he was in handcuffs, he actually headbutted and knocked out another guy. And now this actually brings us to the New England Patriots. This is now quite different, guys, because the man that was actually punched is now dead. Yeah, you heard that correct, guys. The man that got punched is now dead. He was actually punched by a Jets fan, not a Jets fan, but a Dolphins fan at the game, because this actually took place in the stands. And security actually came up, guys, and they had to actually bring out a defib because apparently this guy was completely, I guess you can say, dead. I'm not really sure. I don't want to jump the gun on this thing, but he was actually transported to a hospital, and they said he had some type of a medical incident, and then he died. But apparently, guys, this guy was in real trouble after he got punched. And we got a local news clip here, guys. I'm going to have to blur out some of the stuff because on YouTube will 18 plus the video if I actually show you guys the fighting. So I can't do that. But let's jump over here to Outkick, guys. Patriot fan dies after incident at Gillette Stadium. And they have incident in quotes right there. But this man was punched, and then all of a sudden, there started to be an incident. It says here, a Patriots fan is dead after what is being called a violent confrontation at Sunday night's game against the Miami Dolphins. I didn't even know there was a fight, guys, until now. Today's Tuesday. According to Boston media outlets, 53-year-old Dale Mooney of Newmarket, New Hampshire, was pronounced dead at a Sturdy Memorial Hospital after being transported by medics who came to his rescue after the confrontation in the 300 level of Gillette Stadium. And I believe that, to be more accurate, I believe it was on section 308, if I'm not mistaken. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office is only saying that Mooney died following the incident, while not saying whether the death was definitely related to the altercation. So right here, guys, I'm going to play this clip here, and you guys are going to have to judge for yourself. Now, Mr. Mooney is actually wearing a Patriots jersey, and like I said, I'm going to have to blur it out here because of YouTube. But listen into this. You guys can go check us out on Newsbreak if you actually want to see the clip, because they actually will allow it to be seen. But let's go ahead and play it.
At Gillette Stadium,
we heard a commotion, which happens in stadiums all the time.
It was not the action on the field, but rather in the stands that had people on their feet.
We looked up and we just saw a bunch of people standing around in an area, and there were, a lot of the people that were standing around were filming with their phones.
Cell phone footage obtained by NBC 10 shows Patriots and Miami Dolphin fans going toe-to-toe at Sunday night's game. You can see them wrestling amongst each other, and at one point, a Dolphin fan is caught throwing a punch at a man wearing a Pats jersey. Witnesses tell NBC 10 the Pats fan, identified as 53-year-old Dale Mooney of Newmarket, New Hampshire, went unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital after officials say he suffered a medical episode and died shortly after.
No sport is worth, getting physical with anybody.
It happened in the 308 section of the stadium. Keith Noonan was in section 309 with his son.
Security rushed up. There was a police officer that rushed up as well. It looked like they brought a defibrillator, and They got the paddles out.
More than half a dozen officers and security guards seen here in this photo. Witnesses tell NBC 10 first responders did CPR for at least 10 minutes.
Shocked. We had to get everyone in that section had to get moved.
That's Devin Kerwin. We talked to him over the phone.
We all went there to enjoy the game, enjoy the sport, and I just think it's ridiculous what happens these days.
Kerwin said.
Now you heard that, guys. Now, actually watching the punch doesn't look to be that hard. So I don't know, but I believe that this Dolphins fan is probably in some trouble here, to tell you the truth. Just watching the video right here. The NFL may have a bit of a problem here with all of these incidents that happen in week 2. I mean, I can think of just 4 now. There's probably more. I don't really know what happened. I know some people are actually going to speculate that, hey, people drinking too much, they're getting rowdy, that kind of thing. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But this is just tragic how this man is now dead. Goes to the Patriots game, wants to watch the game, and man, now he's dead. But let's read this here. Lisa Mooney, Dale's wife, says her husband was a season ticket holder for 30 years. Quote, "I want to know what happened," she told WCVB. "What caused this?" Eyewitnesses, including 3 friends who went with Mooney to the game, say they were being taunted by other fans during the game, and it eventually led to the violent fight during the fourth quarter. In a video investigators will likely use to determine what happened to Mooney, the man is seen approaching a group of fans. Quote, "He basically grabbed another fan," eyewitnesses said. "They started tussling around for a few minutes. At one point, another fan walked over. He punched him, and the man went out. It was pretty hard to watch." Now, like I said, watching on the video that I just played here, kind of hard to tell, how hard of a punch it was. It didn't look too hard right there. But it says here, another eyewitness tells NBC Boston, quote, "It was really one punch, and that I saw, and the victim got punched really hard on the side of the head and went down. He's a bigger guy, but he just crumbled." So people that are right there on the ground that saw it said it was pretty vicious. The Norfolk DA says no charges are pending at this time, and they're waiting for an autopsy to be completed. Man, scary, man. Nobody should go to a game and end up losing their life. I just don't get it, guys. I don't see why people fight at games. I mean, I've seen it. Fans get very, very passionate about their team. Now, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm passionate about them, but I would never, ever get to the point to where I would actually want to fight somebody over a game. It just ain't that serious to me, man. And it definitely ain't worth dying over. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.